Step 1 is to create a list of 15 areas of interest using the top 15 form. Your goal is to come up with subjects that you have experience in or subjects that you have a passion for. Let's take a look at the top 15 form. Here is the top 15 form, and with the top 15 form, you want to simply make a list of all the things that you can potentially develop products around. In the niche area column, you want to list the things that you have an interest in or select it as a possible niche. You want to think about things such as your favorite subject, what do you do for a living, what types of books do you read, what types of organizations that you belong to, or what's your favorite hobby. It's important that you make a list of 15 niches. That's very, very important. Now, in the My Experience column, you want to write down your affiliations with the subject. For example, if you put down home decorating, you may want to put, well, I've taken 2 home decorating classes. Or if it has something to do with being a paralegal, you may say, well, I was a paralegal for 4 years. So you want to make sure you put whatever type of experience you've had with a particular niche. We find that if you've had experience with the niche, you're able to keep up with that niche on a longer basis. You're able to stick with it, and we want to build a niche for the long term, not for the short term. Then after you do that, in the rank column, you want to write a number from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. For the subject, if you really like the subject, you want to give it a 10. If not so much, you want to give it a 1, being the lowest. You want to make sure you fill out the top 15 form. Step 2 is using the internet search form. You need to do a research on the internet for all 15 areas of interest with a popular search engine such as Yahoo or Google.com. Now let's take a look at the internet search form so you'll know exactly what you need to do. Here is the internet search form. Now what you need to do, you need to search popular internet websites such as Google and Yahoo, and you want to look for the total number of websites that come up in a search, and you also want to get the number of sites that sell information on the first page. So in the area of interest, you want to take your top 15 form and you want to simply list those areas of interest again in this particular column. Then you want to go to either Google or Yahoo, type in that area of interest, make sure you put quotes around it because it'll give you a better search result, and you want to write down the total number of websites to come up in this particular column, and you want to, on the first page, just the first page, you want to get the number of sites that sell information. Let's give you an example. Let's go on over to Google. Okay, we're over here at Google and we want to do a little research, or just give you an example of how you would go to the internet and do some simple research on your niches, your 15 niches that you put in your top 15 form. Let's say if one of your niches was selling insurance. You want to go ahead and put them in quotes because that'll give you better search results. So we're going to put selling insurance in quotes, and we're going to simply click search, and it should give us some results here. Now if you look here, you get a few results here from selling insurance, about 273,000, and you want to go ahead and you want to put that on your information research form. Put 273,000 results here. Now you want to take a look at the organic searches. These are organic searches and these are your sponsored searches. We're not worrying about the sponsored searches right now, but we want to take a look at all the pages in the organic portion of just the first page, and we're looking to see how many sites actually sell information products. Okay, now I've actually gone through them, and you can see the links already kind of highlighted here. So if you click here, this is selling-well.com, and this again is a site that's selling an information product. So that's one. You also may want to take a note at the prices here. She's selling a product at $149, $150. Let's go back to Google here. Okay, this one is an article. It's not selling, but it's going to take you to a link that's selling a product. This is Insurance Pro Shop, which is also a site that sells a product. So that's two. Let's scroll down here because I did this previously, but you want to click through every site here to make sure to see whether or not they're selling a product. And the third site that I found was Insurance Marketing Resource Center, which is another site that sells information products. Okay, so on that particular keyword, the simple research, selling insurance, we got 273,000 results, and we got 3 sites on the first page that sell information products. So you're going to go and fill that information in and go to your next niche topic. Why are you doing this research in the first place? Well, first of all, you're trying to find out if your area of interest is a viable market. You want to know if it's a subject or a topic that you can create products that can make you some money. You also want to keep from making costly mistakes. Although this research could be redundant and time consuming, it's better than to create a niche that's not profitable and you waste all sorts of time and a lot of money. So it's going to keep you from making costly mistakes. And you also want to find out if there are other websites that sell information in your particular niche. If there are other websites that are selling information, then you too can be successful selling in that niche. Step 3. Use Google's keyword suggestion tool to complete a search on previously identified areas of interest. Let's take a look at Google's keyword suggestion tool. This is the Google keyword search form, and you want to use the Google keyword search tool to do a little research. Again, you in the area of interest column, you want to make a list of your areas of interest that you've done in the top 15 form. Then you want to use the keyword tool to put those areas of interest in that particular search form, and it's going to give you the total number of suggested terms, and you want to put that number in this particular column. Now, on the number of searches done in the month, you want to go ahead and fill that out. Google's keyword tool gives you all of that. Now, let's go to Google keyword search form, the search tool, so we can show you an example. Okay, we're at Google's keyword tool, where basically you're going to take your niche terms and you're going to put them in this form. Let's say, for example, if one of your keywords was cheap video games, let's go ahead and put them in quotes so see if we get some better results here. We're going to click the search button and it should give us back some results here. Okay, now if you look here, you see cheap video game, and there's several things we want to look here. We see that the global monthly searches is 22,200. You want to put this on your Google keyword search form, 22,200, and then you want to scroll down to get the total number of keywords here. If you look here, it's about 100 keywords that were generated. So again, you want to write down 22,200, or here you have cheap video games plural with an S, 33,100, and then you scroll down here and you see you have about 100 results for keywords. You want to do that for every targeted niche term that you come up with. Step 4. I want you to use my information sales success formula to narrow down your areas of interest to 3. That's right, I want you to take your 15 areas and narrow it down to 3 different choices. But the key here is that you want to take yourself and your emotions out of this choice, out of this decision. So what I have is a formula to go by using the research that you've done to narrow it down to your 3 top choices. And I call it the ISPN number, which stands for Information Sales Probability Number, and of course it's ISPN for short. Now what you want to do, you want to take the rank of the topic times 10 plus the number of sites that sell information from the research that you got on the internet research forum, plus the total number of suggestion terms from the keyword research, plus the number of searches done in the month, which is also from the keyword research. That number is going to give you the ISPN number, Information Sales Probability Number. You want to take the 3 highest numbers, and those are your 3 top choices that in most cases are going to bring you the most profit. Step 5. Use internet search engines to find discussion forums for your 3 highest areas of interest and make a list. Now the discussions forum, or message board as they're often called, are just places where people gather of like interests to share information. They often talk about the subject, they ask questions dealing with that subject, they also give answers dealing with that subject. They just hang out. So if you can find discussion forums in your particular niche, then chances are you can get in on that forum, communicate, talk with the members, and you can find some very, very important information that's going to help your business be successful. Step 6. You want to visit the discussion forums for each of the 3 areas, your top choices. Here is the popular questions forum. You want to use this forum when you research the internet and you're looking for popular forums or message board where people gather to talk about their specific niche. You want to put the area of interest, and then you want to put the popular question. Every answer or solution to a common problem experienced in a particular targeted niche is a potential product for you. If you can solve problems, then you can make profits. Again, every answer or solution to a common problem is a potential product that you can develop and make money. For example, let's take a look at one of my niches, sellcakeslikeCrazy.com. On message boards, you'll commonly see people talk about or ask questions about selling their cakes. How can I sell my cakes? So that's an obvious niche that's profitable. You also hear people in that same niche, they want to know, well, how much should I charge for a particular cake? Well, we develop a product that teach people how to price their cakes for profit. People ask so many questions in these niches, and if you can again find solutions to these problems, then you can make profits. One of my profit buddies, Ty Cohen, again, his niche is in the music industry. He developed a product, which is a software product that sells music contracts. In his niche, one of the common problems that they had was, when I set up a deal with someone, where can I get contracts so we can make it legal? So he provides the information, and he makes a ton of money selling the music contracts. Again, another one of my profit buddies, Greg Caesar. He has a product that helps parents potty train their toddlers. Well, that's a common problem. People want to know, hey, how can I get my young 2-year-old potty trained? And he provides that information and makes a ton of money. So again, you want to identify common problems that are experienced in that particular targeted niche, because this is where you're going to gather your information to figure out the types of products that you're going to offer in your particular niche.